I told you that the supposed leader of the Democrats just had a complete meltdown on live television? That's right. Hakeem Jeffries, perhaps the single most incompetent leader the Democrats have ever had, and that's saying something, just rage quit during a CNN interview of all places when they dared to challenge his old, tired, worn-out, hypocritical talking points. What I'm about to show you just won't make your jaw drop. It's going to make your day.
House Republicans have been a complete and total failure for the American people. They have no credible track record of success. That's why House Republicans are afraid of the voters in 2026 in the midterm elections, and they're trying to cheat to win.
Cheat to win. I mean, but this is what majorities do. They redraw lines.
It is completely and totally unprecedented to engage in mid-decade redistricting. That is only being done because House Republicans in Texas and beyond know they have no track record of success. The lines for Texas have already been drawn, and in fact, they are already heavily gerrymandered. They have been ordered by Donald Trump, who is their political puppet master, to try to do everything possible to avoid a free and fair election. That's what this is all about in Texas.
Oh, is that what it's all about? Is that what it's all about? It's all about free and fair elections. Free and fair elections. Oh, really? I mean, this guy is so obviously full of. Now, if you don't know what he's freaking out over, Texas and a number of other red states are about to redraw their congressional districts in such a way that promises to pick up, get this, we're going to have to do a whole new video on this, but the GOP is poised to pick up as many as 17 new solid red seats as a result of this redistricting just in time for the midterms. Texas alone would pick up 7, Ohio, Florida, they would each pick up a handful of seats. It would basically lock the Democrats permanently out of congressional power for the foreseeable future. And the beauty is, the reason why Hakeem is having a hissy fit over this is that the Democrats and blue states cannot do the same thing. They can't reciprocate. California, Illinois, New York, they all use independent redistricting commissions. And changing that would require a constitutional amendment approved by their voters. So ironically, the very free and fair elections that Hakeem is hyperventilating over are precisely the reason they can't do anything about this mass red state redistricting. That's the brilliance of what the Republicans are doing in Texas and Ohio and North Carolina and Florida. They're exploiting the fact that all of these deep blue Democrat states are all hamstrung by independent redistricting commissions while red states are not. And sorry, Hakeem, that is what this is all really about. That, you being permanently locked out of power because you suck. It's all about the fact that Republicans are crushing you with redistricting rules that your own blue state voters put in place that red state voters didn't. But ironically, before blue states hampered themselves with these redistricting commissions, they did the exact same thing that these red states are doing. And if you could believe it, the CNN reporter actually called Hakeem out on that.
You just accuse Republicans of rigging the election by changing the lines in the middle of the decade. Wouldn't Democrats be doing the same thing?
It's important to understand that in Texas, there's already ongoing litigation that the map that currently exists violates the Voting Rights Act of 1965. That's litigation that we think we're on the verge of winning. What we're committed to doing as Democrats in New York, in California, in New Jersey, across the country, is make sure that the congressional maps are as fair as possible.
This is so funny because we've all watched Democrats get softball questions from their media allies for years. But something's changing here. Even CNN is starting to turn on them. And when that happens, as you can see, these politicians, they don't know how to handle it. They don't know what to do. You can begin to see Jeffries' entire facade begin to crumble, going back to this. He just keeps going back to this fairness talking point when the Democrats did the very same thing under Obama. The very same thing. They gerrymandered blue states to guarantee perpetual Democrat congressional majorities. They did it themselves. Hakeem is just pissed that their own Democrat voters hamstrung their blue state legislatures from continuing to do again the very same thing he's flipping out over the Republicans doing. And again, to his credit, this CNN reporter kept pressing Jeffries on that hypocrisy. He's like, so do you support the Democrats doing the same thing in California and Illinois and New York and perhaps...
Is New Jersey another option that you're looking at too?
I think that if you have a situation where Republicans are unleashing every malignant scheme possible to try to undermine the principle of free and fair elections and to disenfranchise millions of people in Texas and beyond, that it's incumbent upon all of us to take a close look at how do we ensure that the congressional map writ large is as fair as possible in advance of the midterm election.
But you don't think this is the same thing as what the Republicans are doing
Of course
in Texas?
it's not.
Because of why?
You know what can be just as terrifying as Democrat hypocrisy? Thinning hair, a bigger forehead, more strands in your brush. Are you noticing that? Well, you're not alone. Stress, aging, hormones, nutrient deficiencies, they can all trigger hair loss. But no worries, we got you covered. The wellness company has a doctor-formulated solution that works from within and on the surface. It's called Roots, a topical hydrogel powered by 7 peptides that support the body's natural repair processes to promote visibly thicker, fuller hair. With consistent daily use, Roots helps extend the growth phase and reduce shedding. It includes methylene blue, which supports mitochondrial function and delivers antioxidant benefits directly to the follicle. And whether you're dealing with postpartum hair loss, hormonal shifts, or early signs of aging, Roots targets the root cause quite literally. Head on over to twc.health/Turley. Use code Turley to get 15% off plus free shipping. Again, that's twc.health/Turley. Use code Turley to get 15% off and start looking your best today.
But you don't think this is the same thing as what the Republicans are doing
Of course
in Texas?
it's not.
Because of why?
Because we believe in the principle of fair maps.
Oh, so I get it. When the Republicans redistrict, that's because they believe in unfair maps. Whereas when you, the Democrats, redistrict, it's because you believe in fairness. When Republicans perspire, they sweat. When we Democrats perspire, we glisten. Who knows what that's called? Who knows the logical? Who can spot the logical fallacy? Put it down in the comments below. What's that called? Technically, it's called a phantom distinction. It's a distinction without a difference. Hakeem Jeffries just committed a logical fallacy on live TV. It's also more commonly referred to as simply a double standard. He insisted that there is a fundamental difference, I mean, colossal difference between when Republicans redistrict and when Democrats redistrict, when in point of fact, as we all know, as even the CNN reporter knew, there is no substantial empirical difference whatsoever. In effect, what he just said there, what Hakeem Jeffries just blatantly said, there was a total sham. The Democrats are and always will be liars. They are blatant propagandists who will lie to your face. And even CNN reporters are starting to call him out on it. And you could tell Hakeem did not appreciate that. Democrats are not used to the legacy media pushing back on them like that. If they don't have their talking points, they inevitably fall back on logical fallacies. And you could literally see Hakeem short circuit in real time. And again, for good reason. The latest Quinnipiac poll has congressional Democrats at just 19% approval. An all-time low. Even CNN's own polling that are far more favorable to the Democrats, but their favorability has plummeted to just 29%, according to CNN. That's the lowest CNN has ever recorded since 1992. Even among their own supporters, over half say party leadership is taking them in the wrong direction. There is unprecedented pessimism within the ranks of the Democrats. Only about a third of Democrats are optimistic about their party's future. A third. It's down from 60% this time last year. There's unprecedented internal chaos within the party. In battleground states like Florida, top Democrats are quitting, like their state Senate minority leader, Florida's Chuck Schumer, as it were. He has quit the Democrat Party. He's become an independent. He called the Florida Democrat Party dead, and it's an absolute mess. You've got infighting, power struggles that have left the party unable to mount a serious challenge to Republicans in competitive races all across the country. I mean, we could go on and on. They're hemorrhaging voters, particularly young voters, working class voters, both white and non-white. Once the backbone of the party, young voters and working class Americans are literally shifting right en masse. And the Democrat margins among non-white voters in particular are eroding. And of course, young men as a whole, among all races, they're gone. They're gone. They've left the Democrats. They're trending conservative. They're fully Republican now, like by 60%. And then you've got a massive economic disconnect where Democrats are trailing Republicans by double digits on economic issues, and their historic advantage with middle-class voters has all but vanished. So this is why Hakeem, in all due respect, has an impossible job before him. He literally has no political resources to draw from trying to mount an effective opposition against Trump. And now, to add insult to injury, red state redistricting looks like it's about to add as many as 17 new solid red seats to the 2026 midterms map. No wonder why the guy's blowing up. After all, that's precisely what's happening to his pathetic Democrat Party.
Hey everyone, Dr. Steve here. If you've read my new book, America Awakened, you already know something powerful is happening across our nation. We're watching a historic reawakening of faith, family, and freedom, and it's just getting started. But the book was just the beginning. So that's why I'm inviting you to a brand new one-time America Awakened masterclass, where I'll go even deeper into what's really happening right now and give you the tools to not just understand it, but thrive in it. In this powerful live masterclass, you'll learn how to build wealth in the rising patriot economy. You'll learn how to protect your family in a world full of chaos. You'll learn how to find real alternatives in education, media, and more. And you're going to take practical steps to restore truth in your own backyard. I'll be teaching live. You'll have the chance to interact with me directly, but seats are limited and registration isn't open yet. So all you have to do is click below and register for early access to be the first to know when doors open. This is your time. This is America's time. This is America Awakened. Can't wait to see you there.